All right, welcome back to the For the Badge podcast. But hey, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, get the notification bell on. You know what time it is. All right. Well, there were some other Champions League fixtures during this week. I'm glad Champions League is back. Not least of all, as we were saying, the Bayern Munich Paris Saint-Germain game. This one was really interesting to me because again, I haven't seen a lot of either of these teams, but when the home team kind of sits back, and Paris were really sloppy on the ball in possession. And my point about Messi was doing an awful lot of walking these days. Like, I get it. You can't really fault the GOAT. You can't really say much about him because when he gets on the ball, he's still got it. Yeah. And he'll still run through the mid and go past four guys and dink it over to Neymar, So he's still there, but defensively in their prime, it costs them.
Apparently he's still carrying an injury from the World Cup.
Oh, wow.
Sure.
They said there was something it was either something in his knees or in his calves. He had an injury from the World Cup for that. But if that's the case and they're making a Champions League run, why did they even play him? Like they didn't have to play him until now. Like he's been playing for a month. They could have just sat him down, let him sit down, heal him. And if the goal is for PSG to win
the Champions League finally,
which
right?
I know as much as the next guy, but I doubt they will win it. Then why, if that's apparently your best player, why would you? And he has an injury, why would you play him?
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't play him at all. The league, they're like 12 points on top in the league. Why would you play him at all?
Yeah.
Right.
Because then they lost their last game, 2-0, and
they're out of the French. They're out of the French Cup, so they don't have match congestion.
So there's nothing else. Why would you even play him? I wouldn't play him.
Especially when you have that dude Mendes on the wing. Did y'all see this guy? Ooh, there's another speedster. On the goal that Mbappe had called.
By a kneecap.
That dude was flying
fast. That was really, really fast. So yeah, I definitely agree with that point that you don't necessarily.
Real quick is remember, and I remember all of us saying this, and we were wrong. We thought Mbappe was going to come back from the World Cup and light it on fire, and
be hungry, right?
And that didn't happen.
No,
but that says something about playing at PSG, man. Messi hasn't renewed. Neymar may be at Chelsea next year, and Mbappe is every year is to Real Madrid. If I'm them, I kind of sell everybody.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they seem to have a lot of good youngsters coming through. But my thing, and I 100% agree with that, Lewis, because when Messi's on the field for them, you can tell that they're just trying to build the team around Messi. They're building it so that he doesn't really have to play defense, And the way he floats and just goes kind of back and forth, in whatever areas he really feels like, it feels like they're really tailoring their game to him. And I think in huge matches like this one, it's cost them because Bayern's press was dogged and relentless.
What sucks is that, and I'm no one to tell this guy what to do, but he really had a storybook ending. He could have just hung him up.
Just left it at the
He
World
could have
Cup.
just left.
I would have. I would have said, "That's it. That's the last trophy.
Out on top."
Now he's gonna look like Cristiano or like Brady in football.
Brady should have left right after the Tampa Bay win. Hey,
how do you get that glory? And you're like, you know what? I'm gonna mess it up because my ego is too big.
My ego is this big. Yeah. I agree.
But credit to Bayern, man. I thought away from home, they came to play. They came to press really high. Kingsley
Coman was pretty clean.
Got it for the real classy finish.
Yeah, the goal was clean.
That was very good. But Donnarumma should do better. I feel like he should have saved that.
You could say
he should save that. I think, just truthfully.
It's funny they mirror each other because the Bundesliga is not like a super deep league, and the French league is not a super deep league. But the funny thing is Bayern comes every time into the Champions League, no questions asked. And PSG, they're facing kind of a similar thing, and they wash it, and Bayern never goes after names ever. They just get good players.
They
So
just
I
build
mean,
names.
blow
They
it up,
build them. Right?
blow it up.
I think right now right now, where the Champions League stands, having seen these 4 games, obviously Napoli haven't played, but Bayern looked the strongest of these 4 fixtures for me. And like I said about Napoli, I feel like we haven't seen them in the round of 16 yet this season. We haven't seen Madrid yet, so there are a couple other names in there, but yeah, Bayern looked tough. They impressed me for sure. They've definitely looked tough in that one.
I'm looking at the PSG first team. The reason why Messi's been playing is they got nobody else. Like it's I mean,
pass it to the Italians kind of style where they just got to play it to Messi and Neymar and Mbappe.
Yeah.
Hope it happens.
Hope it happens. Yeah, magic.
That's kind of what I've seen. That's kind of what I saw versus Maccabi. Like I watched a little bit of the group stage, and that's kind of what I saw then as well. But
like the only other guy that's a forward in their first team is Hugo Ekete at the Ketiki. He's got 4 goals, 3 assists, 22 appearances. He's played 973 minutes this year. But I mean, other than that's all their forwards are. Which I mean, of course, that's one hell of a group. But I mean, that just kind of proves the point that all that money that they've spent on those 3 has kept it to where. And if you look, I mean, their midfield is pretty heavy. But I mean, the thing is I think PSG still asking Verratti to do too much, and what he could do 4 or 5 years ago, he can't do now, and they get exposed because Messi doesn't play back. So, but I think
even though he was decent, I thought he had a good game. But
no.
I agree with that.
No. I just think that he has to cover not only for himself, but he has to cover for Messi. And he could have done that 4 or 5 years ago. Now he can't do it all game. Just truthfully, Danilo was pretty solid, but again, back post runner. No one covers back post runner. I mean, because Kingsley Coman was just wide open and heck of a ball too. But I think Bayern smashed them at
Allianz, absolutely.
Allianz, yeah. We're gonna call it Chelsea South because we did win a Champions League there. We're staying
away. That's an away. That's a home game for Bayern.
That's
what made it so special. Anyway.
Yeah, it did. It did.
Those are the days. The Roman days.
But
we had a real manager.
I do.
Actually, we didn't. We didn't have a real manager.
Man. What are you talking about? But no.
Yeah. All the way and still got fired. Those are the days I miss.
The 7th place Premier League finish in the Champions League.
Listen. I was on a message board with a bunch of Spurs fans when that went down, and oh my gosh, the anger because they didn't get to go to the Champions League that year. They finished 4th, and because we won the Champions League, they didn't get to go.
I thought you could have 5 teams in.
Not now you can, but you couldn't.
Oh yeah, at that time you couldn't. That's right. That's right.
It was great. But no, what I was gonna say is I think Bayern smashes them. I think that you see that I think it starts to cause some people to leave PSG because it's not working. It's not working at all. And we talked about this when we were talking about Champions League almost 2-3 months ago now. This PSG team's just not strong enough in all 3 phases. They've got good pieces, but they're not collectively strong enough. Sergio Ramos is past it. You got Messi, who's
which is crazy to me. They let go of Silva and bring in Ramos. It's the same player.
I know.
Why let go of Silva if you're just going to bring in Ramos?
Well, I'm gonna put it like this because people like to talk about money. Money is not how you build a team. It takes more than money. You actually need to have a sporting director to know what they're doing. Like I'll give Arsenal
Which
credit.
we have
because-
that now. Woohoo!
Yeah.
Well, we
I
fired the
give
best
Arsenal
one.
credit.
We
They've been
fired the best one
purchasing
in the
well.
business. By the way,
United haven't done that. PSG haven't done that. I'm not gonna toot City's horn too much because I'll leave it for another time. But I mean, being rich is not enough.
Yeah. You have to have a plan. You have to have
I don't know. Decent tactics would be nice, but I don't.
yeah, you have to have tactics too. No question about that.
Well, speaking of being rich and not being able to do anything at all, AC Milan were able to beat Tottenham in
Yeah.
Italy.
Yeah.
And I
We
watched-
didn't
Poach is
we
coming
didn't get
back.
our
They're gonna bring Poach back.
No,
That's the rumor. He's coming back.
oh,
Well, it'll
my.
be nice. I know Conte hasn't been healthy. It'll be nice to. Like I said, I have a soft spot for Conte.
Of course
Him
you
missing games is
he
not.
just needs to go back to Italy. Enjoy life.
Yeah, well, I
Go to
don't know.
Inter and just live it up. Yeah.
Yeah, live it up at
I
Inter.
actually watched the highlights of this one, and it looked like it looked like Milan were all over him. But again, that's the highlights. I have heard a couple of game reviews on this, and apparently Tottenham were really poor, and I know that doesn't shock anyone. But
So Spursy.
but this one, I don't know, man. Even at home, I don't know if they're gonna be able to turn this around. From the looks of things, they even the 1-0 they got ran over, away from home. So I'm hoping that they just get absolutely smashed at home.
Well, yeah, we all want the Spurs to just. Well, that night, I
It's not
truly
like they're gonna win though. It's not like I'm worried about even if they get through versus Milan.
They're gonna get Bayern.
They're gonna catch a lucky break in the draw and get Chelsea, and Chelsea are just gonna wreck them.
Oh, that would be so
Now
nice.
they'll play
That would be
City.
fun.
That would be so nice. No, hang on now. Hang on. We got a narrative forming.
No, see, I would.
We got a narrative going.
No, we got a narrative going. Hang on. Hang on. We got a narrative going here.
I would hate that completely. No, I would not.
You would hate that. You know who you pull for.
You know who you'd pull for, yeah.
If Tottenham beats City in the Champions
No,
League.
no. We're talking about
I
if
thought we were talking
Tottenham
about
draws
Chelsea.
Chelsea next round.
Oh yeah, that I'm with that.
Yeah.
But if Tottenham knocks City out, I'd be upset with that because and
Then they would be just
I'll
fully
speak on it
focused
when
on y'all.
I'll speak on it when we get to the City Arsenal game. But if City don't win the Champions League this season, man,
I don't know
Win
what
it
they're
the
gonna
next
do
one.
at that point.
City's not.
But there was one other game. I think it was the Benfica and Club
Bruges.
No idea. I did not.
Again, I just watched the highlights. It looked like Benfica were all over them.
Yeah.
Even still, Bruges was in it till the end, and then they got a goal right at the end, right in the 88th minute to seal it. Looks like Benfica's going through. That was in Belgium, so they'll be back in Portugal for the return game. So it looks like Benfica may already have that one wrapped up.
When did they get rid of the away goals rule?
2 years ago.
2 years ago?
I think it was 2 years ago. Yeah.
Okay. Because I was like, well, if we win 2-1, that means we still lose, but
nope, none of that matters.
Don't have to worry about that, which is nice because you have to start doing some mental gymnastics when it comes to the math.
I loved the away goal pressure.
The away goals was cool, yeah.
That was cool.
It was.
Man. Yeah,
It was like
Barca. That's made the us versus Barca series so intense. Like, really.
Speaking of Barcelona, that was nice. Speaking of Barca, that was a great segues are
I
weird.
thought Barcelona should have won the game.
I didn't see this one.
I thought Barcelona.
Rashford is a monster.
He's a monster. He's on fire. He's on form.
Hey, whoa. Let's hold up. Let's hold up and clarify.
Alonso got burned. Here.
Did you see that goal? Did you see that goal? Petr Cech is crying right now. Ter Stegen should never get beat from there.
That's true.
Never.
So what?
That's true.
So let's all super hype Marcus Rashford for being the greatest forward there's ever been.
Greatest
ever.
Here's the thing. We should cut this up so that when Arsenal buys it, we remember what he said about Rashford when he was at United.
There'll be a server error.
All the files are just gone.
Yeah,
the whole For the Badge library is just reset. Yeah.
Sorry about that. Yeah.
He's gonna cost $1 billion too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got to
I
pay that
doubt
English
that.
premium.
That's
I mean,
rumored.
sorry, pounds, not dollars.
Pounds or
That's just
sterlings.
rumored.
Pounds sterling.
But still, for United to go to the camp, for anyone to go to the Camp Nou,
Anything wanted to go to Camp Nou. Yep.
But Rafinha, man, we should have gotten him in the summer. We were after him in the summer, bro.
We were after him in the summer.
We were after him in the summer.
Barcelona just has a.
Y'all were after everyone.
We needed Villa.
I gotta
we
call
lost
Todd
to
Bowley in the
everyone.
summer, dude. Come on.
Dude, do you know understand how Robert Lewandowski would change like our 9 situation? This is just I'm up the wall. I'm up the wall here on this.
I don't know though. When he had that one run where he was where he was behind the defender and he was trying to get around him, man, he looked 1,000 years old. I'm not gonna lie, dude.
He is 1,000 years old.
He's lost the step. He doesn't got that speed. He's still got the experience and the footballing brain, but I don't know, man. He's definitely lost his step. But so I don't know if he would do it for you. But speaking of guys that do it for Chelsea, Marcus Alonso getting on the score sheet as well. Y'all should never have traded him for Yachty.
No.
For the washing machine. For the absolute stuffed
Alonso
shirt.
wanted out though.
But yeah, he really wanted out.
Alonso wanted to go back to Spain. Like he wants to end his career in Spain. He wants to go back home. I mean, it's just you can only keep a player so long before when they ask to leave. I believe in honoring that, as the relationship was good. We had a good relationship with him. He did amazing things for the club. So if someone like that, just like Courtois asked to go back home.
Yeah.
So it's, what are you going to do? Are you going to keep him there and make him play poorly, or send him somewhere where he has at least somewhat success and keeps playing at a high level? Williams one, I don't think we should have got away with. That man's on fire. Anyway, we won't get into that this week.
You gave him to Arsenal and he came and laid an egg. So
yeah, well, everyone we give to Arsenal lays an egg. It's on purpose, Jake.
Yeah, Jorginho's a secret agent, man.
Just
He
in
is.
the whole locker room. Ever
Yeah,
since y'all
go.
signed him, just LLLL.
I think that at Old Trafford, United are going to finish this.
Yeah, and
so?
Yeah, and after that performance and getting the result.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they'll even feel like they should have won this game.
Do you think it's going to be you and United in the final? Are y'all on that side of the bracket? I haven't seen the.
I thought they redraw.
Yeah, they do a redraw.
Okay.
It's not a bracket because these are the scrubs from both Europa and Champions League. These are third place Champions League teams.
Yeah, that's right. That's right, because they drop in now. So
Man United finished second in their Europa.
Yeah.
They deserve to be out of this competition. That's disgraceful.
Because the Champions League trash drops
Barcelona are even in this tournament. So yeah,
it won't be much longer.
They shouldn't be. That drop down shouldn't exist.
That's why for me, I don't care. I don't care what happens in the Europa League at all. If we see Barcelona, great. If we see United again, great. Whatever. It doesn't bother me. You
don't want to take that trophy home though? Well, I guess you'd trade it for the league.
Of course, I want the trophy. Of course, I want the trophy. But I would trade 75 Europa Leagues for one Premier League title.
Again, this is probably still. Has Arsenal ever won the Europa?
No. We haven't won. We've won the UEFA Winners' Cup in '74 or something like that, but we never won. We haven't won anything in our lifetime.
Sure.
So yeah, that's what I mean. That's why back in the Wenger days, 17 years of Champions League knockout games, but no trophy, man.
No trophy, right?
How often does Arsenal get absolutely ragged on for having no European success?
Right.
Come on.
It's like PSG. PSG's in the same boat. Forever.
Yeah, come on.
Forever.
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah.
That's
why the only club in London deserving of a Champions League title is still the only one.
Keep talking 10th place. Keep talking 10th place.
Hey, when we came in 10th, we win the league. We win the Champions League. So that's okay. It's okay.
Well, I definitely think that United will fancy it in the return fixture.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
A couple other notable results here. Ajax at home are held goalless to Union Berlin. Again, I don't know anything about it, but bit of an eye-catching one. Salzburg beating Mourinho late in the 88th minute. 1-0
Again, at Salzburg.
at Salzburg.
You don't
called
win
that.
there.
You called that, Patrick. I
You
remember.
don't win at Salzburg.
There you go. Shakhtar Donetsk gets the victory. That's at home. Makes sense. Leverkusen and Monaco played a 3-2 game. Monaco gets the winner in the 93rd minute. Looks like a good one.
That would have been a good one.
Oh, Juventus stumble at home to Nantes.
Yeah.
Nantes.
Wow, 1-1, and they're going back. They're going to go back to France for the return.
Oh, it's French. Yeah. Yeah, that was a battlefield in World War II.
If
yeah.
Juventus go out to Nantes in the Europa League after going out of Champions League,
they got problems.
Dumpster
They got
fire
some real
AFC.
problems.
Dumpster fire FC for sure.
Well, yeah. Did you see what all this? There's a bunch of Pogba drama going on at Juve now in the locker room and stuff. Like it's bad over there.
Let's see. Sevilla dumps on PSV 3-0. Sevilla's
not a surprise. Sevilla does that in Europa.
That's their
starting to sound like Mao over there. Yeah.
Well, that'll about wrap it up for the European fixtures. There's plenty of those coming in the near future, so we'll definitely get back to those. But it's been a good one. This has been the For the Badge podcast.
Absolutely.
You know what time it is. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, get the notification bell on. It's definitely been a good one. I've enjoyed it. Hope you have as well. Thanks for listening. Have a great night.